When you are aligned with the universe, you maintain your perpetual joy. You maintain your perpetual feel-goodness or your perpetual feel-good state. So that is what guarantees you success. That's what guarantees you victory. Now, when you are in that state, you are perpetually positive no matter what. And when you are positive, you attract. That's the beauty. You begin to attract things that are in line with your mood, with your feelings. Then you wonder why these people are always having it all good. All things are just working for them. You see that they are very lucky people. Yes, call them lucky if you wish, but these are people who consciously create their lucks. Their lucks don't come by way of chance. Fortune seeks them out because they have the value that attract fortune. So that state of joy, that state of feeling good, that state of not allowing what others say, think, or do affect your inner space is the king state. It is the emperor's state of life. Emperors are the laws in their lives. There is no law outside that will come and control the emperor. That is the state of being. In your own space, you are the emperor. You are not a beggar. You are a commander. You command your mood. Because you command your mood and your feelings, you command the material things around you, because it is the mood and feelings that command material aspects of life. Did you see how powerful it is to feel good? Yes, hello powerful one. Welcome to this edition of Inner Growth with Osezuah Elimihe. Yeah, let's talk about why people succeed. And let us start by making it very clear that the reason people succeed in this world is because they are aligned to the vibe of the universe. That's what brings success. When your life, your sentiments, your mentality, of course, mentality is also your attitude, and your feelings are closely aligned with the universal vibe, then you really succeed at whatever you do. Now listen, it doesn't matter what it is that you do, as long as you are aligned with the vibe of the universe, success at that thing is guaranteed. So how do we align with the universal vibe? First of all, what is the universal vibe? We'll be talking about this when we come back from this break. I am Osezuah Anthony Elimihe. You know me. I am in the game of helping you grow from inside out. That is the dream. Let's start by asking, what is the universe? You think the universe is a contraption, or you think it's a living entity? If the universe is a living entity, which I know it is, then it must have a mentality, and that mentality will inform its feeling. What is the mentality of the universe? The mentality of the universe is to stay true to itself, no matter what happens around it. If the universe chooses to be true to itself, no matter what happens around it, what will be the feeling? The feeling of the universe is consistent with its mentality. And that feeling again is what? Perpetual, boisterous happiness. The universe is ever happy. That's what it is. Now, if I were to push further to ask, what is the universe? Is there any way you could actually signal the universe by pointing and say, that is the universe? Of course, there's no such thing. You will look for the universe and you will be tired. You can go all over space, travel as far as you want to travel. You will not find the universe existing somewhere. You will not find a shrine. You will not find a temple housing the universe. What then is the universe? Some people have concluded that the universe is God. But I tell you that the universe isn't God, but God created the universe. So what is it? Is it the planets or the planetary system? No, the planetary system is part of the universe. The universe is an abstract conglomeration of all living forms. That is the universe. The totality of all living forms is the universe, and that universe is a living entity. You get it? So at the end of the day, does it not confuse anybody? If you cannot find it somewhere to point at, and it is an abstract entity, a conglomeration of all living forms, then what is the universe? How confusing can that be? Well, it's just like talking about a school. What is a school? The schools are not the four walls, they are not the buildings that are there, the field and everything. No, it is the concept, it is the idea of it being a learning place, a place for the formation of mentality. That's what makes it a school. All right, it is a place in which value are added to people. People are learning how to create values out of their lives and out of their environment. That is what a school is. In the same way, the universe is a concept. The only difference is that you can go to a place and say, this is this school. You can't go to a place and say, this is the universe. No. If you want to find the universe, you stand in front of the mirror and you will find the universe. And the same way somebody will tell you, if you want to find God, you stand in front of the mirror. You will find the temple of God. But you are not the temple of the universe. You are a miniature form of the universe. You know, when you get to buildings, there is a prototype that is kept somewhere. It has the entire shape of the building. So the human being is exactly like that. You are the prototype of the universe. And the massive universe has an intention. It has a mentality. And the mentality is playfulness, number one. It is beauty. Number two, it is regeneration. Three, it is boisterously happy. And it is stubbornly committed to being itself, irrespective of what actions its parts carry out to destroy themselves. It stays true to itself. That is the nature. That is the mentality of the universe. Now, if you want to succeed at anything you do, you have to develop this mentality to stay true to who you are, to stay true to your person. And how do you get to that point? You align your thinking, you align your way of life closely to match that of the universe. The happiness of the universe cannot be reduced because human beings are throwing bombs all over the place. If the universe should go sad for a minute, if the universe should go despondent for a minute, I think our entire system will collapse, because there will be gloom everywhere, because the sun will not rise in the morning because the universe is sad. Why will it come out? Because the sun is playfulness. It's all playful. Look at the moon. They are all playful. They are all happy. Everything is happy. Check the plant. Check the river. Check everything. If you are a serious person, you are glooming, you will see gloom in the river because you are projecting. But if you go clean of all of these projections and you look at everything in creation as the real world from a detached perspective, you will find out that they are all glorious. They are all happy. That is why when you cut a tree down, it will sprout back. It will put everything in its power to come back. If you lock a plant in a room that has no light, the plant will grow, it will move towards where there is the slightest flicker of light. The universe is a living thing and it wants to live against all odds. That is why it will look for life wherever it can find it. It is stubbornly committed to living, not just living or existing. No, the universe is committed to thriving. You have seen pawpaw growing out of a wall, a fence, the wall of a fence growing out and producing fruits. That is the mentality of the universe. Success against all odds. That is what it is. And it is this that makes people succeed. When you commit, that's the word, commit to any venture, whether it is a business or sporting or whatever vocational venture, you must commit to succeeding at that against all odds. If the world is going it's not possible, tell them that is for you. But I am possible, and I am going to do my best to make this possible. And if after trying your utmost and you still do not succeed, it does not define you. You celebrate your effort, you celebrate your tries. That is how the universe works. And a human being has such a mentality that is not tied to the outcome of anything. It's willing to accept whatever outcome comes out of it. It's not forcing outcomes. The person is never a loser. He's perpetually a winner. The person can never be scared of outcomes because it does not have a specific outcome in mind. Success is not specific outcome. It's simply saying that this thing that I have set out to do will be completed to the best of my ability, and it will produce a result that I will accept. That is the mentality of success. But when people are committed to making gain out of their effort, saying, I am putting 10 million into this project, I want to make 40 million back in 1 year, then you begin to have fear that, what if I don't make it? What if this happens? What if that happens? But a human being who is actually genuinely successful by orientation, who is committed to being themselves, irrespective of anything, will say, I am committed to doing this thing because it is fun. I see this thing giving life to so many other things. I see this project giving money, giving a sense of fulfillment to so many people, and that is coming from me. What I make from it is secondary, or what I do with it is most important, because to such a person who is aligned to the rhythm and vibe of the universe, nothing is ever lost. But the bloated capitalists around us, they know in their mind, and it is true to them, that they lose money because things are always being lost. And unless you carefully control things, they will be lost. Unless you carefully manage and oversee money, it will be lost, because they spend money, they don't circulate money. You get it? But to the really successful people, they don't spend money, they circulate money. And that is why it comes back to them in multiple forms. When you get to that point where you are playful, it therefore means that you do not tie yourself, you don't tie your mood to the mood of the external world. When the world is sad, you don't just join them and be sad. Your inner system, your inner structure is not corrupted by the outer structures. I'm not saying you should be a hypocrite. When people are sad, you can be sad. Like me, if they tell me somebody is dead, I really don't cry because the person is dead. What makes me cry is when I see people crying. It affects me. And I'm wondering, do these people know what is going on? This person is not dead. Why can't they just understand that this person is not dead? So that ignorance of people not knowing that somebody has transited, they think the person is lost, makes me cry also with them. Sometimes too, it is important. I don't even know when I start crying when they cry. But that I cry because somebody has died, no, it doesn't happen. When a person who is fulfilled, who is aligning their mentality with that of the universe, sees bad things, they get sad from it. How? Because they feel that human beings are consistently reducing themselves to specks when they are giants. It touches them, but it does not define them. It does not make them sad. They feel sadness, but they are not sadness. They move on, and it wears off. When you meet people happy, they are also happy with them, because they by nature are normally happy. So they express happiness, but that happiness does not define them. That because people are happy, therefore I must be happy. No. Which means if people are sad, I will be sad. I will lose myself. They don't lose themselves to external sins. The things around don't change them. They are the ones that change the things around. Their presence brings about a change, a transformational change. Sometimes momentary change, because when they leave with their aura. People go back to where they were. That's what happens to people who are aligned to the rhythm, to the vibe of the universe. A person who is aligned to the vibe of the universe is perpetually in flow. The person audits their feelings to be sure that they are matching the purpose for which they live. The purpose of these people's lives is feeling good. Oh yes, feeling good. That is the prerequisite. Nothing else matters beyond feeling good. Anything that will make them feel bad, they drop it. That is why in their lives, they can do things for fun, because fun makes you feel even good. These people strongly protect their mental integrity. That space must not be corrupted by anything untoward. They must be in that perpetual state of alignment with the universal concept of life. That is what it means to be successful. And when you are in this state of perpetual joy, perpetual blissfulness, perpetual happiness, no matter how bad anything happens to you, whatever it is, you will see a good angle to it. You are not ever taken far from yourself. You may go away, but you consistently come back, because there is a filter in you that filters out anything that does not match your life definition. All of us have filters in us. There are people who have filters. So many of us, we have these filters that filter out what makes us feel good. They filter out what will make us authentic, so that we now become people that are yo-yos of society. Wherever society dances to us, we follow. If there is a disease flowing in the land, we are flowing with the disease. We become very scared of getting the disease. If there is hatred pommeling the land left, right, and center, we become participants of the hatred. We begin to pick side. If there is depression, if there is a recession in the land, we follow. We suffer the same thing. These are people who are intensely, intimately linked with the vagaries of the society. The society is not the universe. It is the byproduct of the negative side of the universe most of the time. The law of attraction works for all. When you align with the universe, you have the mentality of the universe, then you will also have the thriving nature of the universe. Go and check how much bombs have been dropped on the planet since bomb was invented, and see how much the planet keeps replenishing and renewing itself. That is the power of alignment. That is the power of a mentality. People are making noise all over the place saying ozone layer depletion, this, that, deforestation, all of that. My friend, the universe will thrive as long as it subsists. Now, this is what happens. Because the universe is ever in that state of plenitude, in that state of positivity, it will instigate, because of that nature, human beings, institutions will be born that would fight the cause of the universe and start planting trees where there is desertification. If the universe will go in line with the negativity of humanity, everything will go bananas. So, my friend, you want to succeed in business, you want to succeed in relationships, you want to succeed in anything you set out to do, don't allow the present circumstance, don't allow the environmental influences to dictate your mood. Hold on to your mood. That feel-good state is what you need to hold on to. In your marriage, your spouse is misbehaving. Don't let your spouse's misbehavior get to you to the point that you change your nature. If you do, that state of your spouse become perpetual. Hold on to who you are. Don't be bent. Don't be broken. Stay stout, erect, proud, confident. Know one thing, that you cannot be boxed to a corner. You cannot be boxed to a place you do not want to be. Be faithful. I'm not saying you should fight back with things. People will tell you fight back. That is not the idea. The idea is hold on to who you are. If things are not going well, you step out of the house, you were very happy, and then things started happening, you got an accident, your car got dented, that robs you of your joy. Nah, that means your patience is very shallow. When it happens, look at it and say it could have been worse. Thank you, and move on. Yesterday, I was driving down Obakran. Somebody was driving in a Jeep. All right? And there was this traffic jam in front of us, so we had to slow down. The guy ran into me, hit my bumper. Now, I could have created a scene by coming out and speaking. I looked through the mirror. The guy was clasping his hands and begging. I just cut my wheel off his lane, entered another lane, I kept driving on. He drove to come and level up with me on the other lane and was still begging. I told him, bye, God bless you. That's all. I didn't take it because it is too small to affect me. The incidents from other people are too small to affect my mood. I have seen people come out of their cars and box themselves from a little dent that happened to their cars, and they will tell you, this person just ruined my day. Oh goodness, your day has been ruined. Congratulations. If you are aligned to the vibe of the universe, that will not move you, because they are just material. These are changing things. They are not permanent. You are the permanent. Show yourself as a permanent entity and let the world for once heave a sigh of relief and say, there indeed is a human being. The world is looking for human beings. Where are they? Where are you? Come out of your debris of experiences of life and be one. So, in conclusion, I say to you, my friend, in the words of my master, be good, do good, be one. God bless you.